Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, December 29th, 2015. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, a Murfreesboro Tea Party Republican is threatening to split the GOP caucus. The Tennessee Highway Patrol has some advice on how to stay safe and out of jail as the holiday season comes to a conclusion. A producer of cinnamon whiskey has withdrawn a lawsuit against Jack Daniels. We'll talk with a representative of the Manchester Arts Center about next year's schedule of events. And Tullahoma School Superintendent Dr. Dan Lawson tells us what he thinks of the new Tennessee Commissioner of Education. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Hi, this is Terry Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody who put their trust in us this past year to service their heating and cooling needs. We continue to offer the best available HVAC equipment out there with the Trane equipment and geothermal heat pumps. We'd like for everybody to focus on the reason for this time of the year for this season.
As Jesus warms your heart, thank you for allowing Stroops to warm your homes. To all of you we wish
Merry Christmas!
You know what time it is? What time is it? Y-E-S. Y-E-S? YES is the 5th annual year-end sale at all Stan McNabb dealerships, with prices starting $1,000 below invoice. The quicker you buy, the more you save. At Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Yes! At Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Yes! And Stan McNabb Ford. The quicker you buy, the more you save. We say yes, you pay less.
The animal shelter has served Tullahoma dogs for nearly 30 years. Now, you can help us build a bigger and better no-kill shelter. Your tax-deductible gift is matched dollar for dollar. So come on, bark it forward and donate now to have your tax-deductible gift matched. Make your check payable to the COT Shelter Building Fund and go to tullahomatn.gov to see all the unique gifts available for your generosity. For more details, you can call City Hall at 455-2648.
Welcome back. A Murfreesboro Tea Party Republican state representative is threatening to split the GOP caucus because of pressure by House leaders to rein in the activity of another House member. Representative Rick Womack says he will lead a revolt in the House if Speaker Beth Harwell doesn't drop her investigation of Franklin Representative Jeremy Durham. Harwell earlier this month directed the General Assembly's Human Resources Chief to discuss appropriate behavior with Durham. This after Durham was charged with prescription drug abuse fraud. A grand jury refused to indict Durham on the charges. Durham is also being slammed by some for penning a letter to a federal judge asking for leniency for a youth pastor convicted of child pornography in connection with a Bedford County juvenile sex abuse investigation. Womack is a longtime critic of Harwell. His bid to take her speaker's post failed by a 57-15 margin last year. Womack says if Harwell continues to discipline Durham, he will form a third party in the State House. Winchester Republican House member David Alexander wants a vote on Durham's future as House Majority Whip. He says negative attention in Durham's behavior could hurt efforts to elect more Republicans. A vote on Durham's leadership role is expected next month.
The holiday season is one of the deadliest and most dangerous times of the year due to an increase in impaired driving. The Tennessee Highway Patrol will utilize several enforcement tools, including saturation patrols, bar and tavern checks, and driver's license and sobriety checkpoints to help reduce serious injury and fatal crashes over the New Year holiday. Designating a sober driver and not letting friends drive drunk are just two of the several simple steps you can take to help avoid a tragic crash or an arrest for impaired driving. Other important tips include calling a taxi, using mass transit, or calling a sober friend or family member to get you home safely. Promptly report drunk drivers you see on the roadways to the Tennessee Highway Patrol by dialing star THP. Wear your seatbelt or use protective gear on your motorcycles as your best defense against an impaired driver. And remember, friends don't let friends drive drunk. If you know someone who is about to drive or ride while impaired, take the person's keys and help him or her make other arrangements.
6th District U.S. Representative Diane Black has filed legislation that would allow handgun permit owners to use that identification to board commercial air flights. The Gallatin Republican says she was recently denied access to her flight from Nashville to Washington because she had forgotten to bring her state driver's license. The Knoxville News Centennial says a TBI agent at Nashville International refused to accept her gun carry permit as proper identification. Black says she was finally allowed to board after producing congressional ID. The Transportation Security Agency now lists several forms of identification that can be used to fly, including driver's license, military cards, passports, and permanent resident IDs. The agency specifically says a gun carry permit is not valid. Black's bill would include gun permits as acceptable identification for flight. Congressman Black's districts include Coffee and Cannon counties.
A heated competition between producers of cinnamon whiskeys has cooled off in the courtroom, with Sazerac dropping its lawsuit against Jack Daniels. Sazerac's brands include Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. The company had accused its rival of trademark infringement by using the term Fireball in online advertising for cinnamon-flavored Jack Daniels Tennessee Fire. Sazerac filed a motion on Monday in federal court to voluntarily dismiss its claims. The motion did not say why it was dropping the case. Sazerac says a court order wasn't needed to end the case since Jack Daniels had not filed an initial response. Jack Daniels is the flagship brand of Brown-Forman Corporation. The company says it's pleased to settle the dispute.
Governor Bill Haslam says that the new year will bring added efforts to push more Tennesseans to complete college and technical school degrees. An advertising campaign and publicity tour will highlight Haslam's Reconnect and Complete initiative aimed at folks between ages 25 and 64 who dropped out of college or tech training after 2007. More than 110,000 Tennesseans have earned almost enough credit to get a post-secondary degree or certification. The state will blitz media, spending $1 million urging degree completion, which is the latest part of Haslam's Drive to 55 campaign. The governor says his goal is to achieve a 55% rate of higher education and graduation by 2025.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up right after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Hi, I'm Cindy.
And I'm Jacob. I'm the Rooster.
And I'm the Red Maiden. And we would like to welcome you to
Roosterwear.
Yes, Roosterwear is a cottage industry producing accessories for men, women, children, babies, and pets. All items are hand cut and sewn locally. Roosterwear specializes in bow ties, pocket squares, scarves, cufflinks, neckties, and aprons of all sizes for all ages. Baby products include onesies, diaper covers, bibs, and burp pads. All bow ties, tie it yourself or pre-tied, come with an adjustable neckband. All products can be made with the material of your choice, as special orders are available upon request. Don't be standing back looking at fashion. Create your own with Roosterwear.
Come visit us at
roosterandredmaiden.com
to find our handcrafted designs for
the cock of the walk.
Newsleader's Peggy Burton sat down recently with Noel Clements from the Manchester Arts Center to discuss the center's lineup of plays for the upcoming year.
I have Noel Clements on the set with me. Noel, good to see you. You guys are so busy.
Thanks for having me.
And you clean up so good. I'm so proud that you're here.
Yes, I'm mostly dirty when I'm working on sets. And
I know, I hardly ever have time to dress up. Anyway, we have so many art organizations in our region that we're very proud of, and Manchester Arts Center has done an awesome job, and you all have such a season coming up, I can't believe it.
Yes, we're very excited.
Yeah, and it opens in January. What's the first play?
Pride and Prejudice.
That's pretty ambitious, isn't it?
Yes, it's and it's a Teen Actors Guild production.
Oh, is it?
So it's all teens. It's directed by Rachel Spangler and Jeannie Edwards.
Jeannie does a great job. I don't know Rachel like I know Jeannie, but I know
every
that
January we do a teen show that it's a non-musical.
Well, I got to tell you, every teen show I have seen has been very professionally done. I've been very impressed. You have a great group of actors and actresses over there.
Yeah, those kids can really surprise you sometimes.
Yes, they can. So that opens when?
January 15th.
January 15th.
And it runs for 2 weekends. All of our shows are Friday, Saturday.
Are they generally at 7:30?
7:30.
And so it's Friday, Saturday, 7:30, Sunday,
and then
matinee
Sunday at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. And you want to talk about ticket price, or you want to talk about, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, well, all of our tickets, we decided to make it simple this year. All of our tickets for every show, musical and non-musical, is $15 for adults and $13 for students, seniors, and military.
That's very, very fair. This year you told me you had eight shows instead of 7,
well,
and so what is a season ticket this year?
A season ticket, we have 2 options.
Okay.
As you said, we have 8 shows this year, which is 1 more than we usually have, because this is our 20th anniversary. And we have 8 shows. We have what we call a super subscriber.
Okay.
And then we have a 5-show season that is what we call a subscriber, and it includes 5 of the shows that do not include the Teen Actors Guild and the We Actors Guild productions.
Okay, so there's one that includes everything, and then one that's limited to the...
Right. And most people
adult
go ahead
theater.
and spring for the
I would
8-show
think
season.
so.
Yes, because it's, if I have to get my spectacles here, for a super subscriber, all 8 shows is $75 for adults and $60 for students.
Wow.
So
that's less than
military.
$10 a ticket.
Yes, and but that's only until the end of December.
Okay. So
and
that once you open, it's going up.
January 1st, it goes up $10.
Okay, that's
so
very
we're trying
fair.
to get people
I think
early.
that's smart.
You know, it makes a great gift. I would say probably 1/3 of our sales right now are gifts.
Are gifts. All right, let's make sure we have time to tell them what all is coming in the season.
Oh, yes, good.
I think you'll want to know.
Well, after Pride and Prejudice is Nonsense, big musical.
And that's fun.
Yes, all women, and that's in February. Harvey, classic.
You're kidding, is that? I helped direct that Once Upon a Time with Rebecca Chun, and Weldon Payne did the lead.
Oh, yes.
And that is a great production.
Well, we're excited about that again. Will Prater will be directing this time.
Okay.
And we're proud to have him as a new director in our theater. Disney's Aladdin Jr.
Man, that's going to blow it out of the
in May.
roof.
Yes, and we're actually we have 2 casts because we've started a homeschool program a little over a year ago. And so I meet with homeschool students once a week, and we rehearse and then perform for school shows.
For the schools.
Music Man in July.
Well, that's one of my favorites.
Yes, and that's kind of the slot that we've added this year.
Yeah.
So we're doing extra musicals this year. Tag's big musical is Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh, that's fun. That's a Teenage Actors Guild, if you don't know what TAG means.
To Kill a Mockingbird in October.
I love it.
Yep. And the grand finale, The Wizard of Oz.
Wow, what a season. Well, I must congratulate the Manchester Art Center because you guys are doing a great job. Well, Noel, any last words since we're here close to the end?
Well, I just want everybody to know that this is your community theater, and we want you to come and not just see the shows, but be in the shows and be a part of the production.
And help to keep this going. I think of all the young people you've influenced, and old people. I'm still being influenced. Thanks, Noel.
Thank you so much.
I love you guys, and I love what you're doing.
We'll be right back after these messages.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do,
Everyday miracles at Life Care Centers of America.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac is worth the short drive for savings that can't be beat. Take home this 2015 Chevy Equinox, 0 down, just $299 a month. Or how about this 2015 Chevy Silverado Double Cab, 0 down, just $369 a month. And as always, we will match or beat any dealer's price. So come check us out or visit us online at stanmcnabb.com. But please don't forget, when it comes to the best deals, if anyone can, Stan can.
Welcome back. Tullahoma author Debbie Holliday's latest book has just been released. John Gray spoke with Debbie about the latest sequel to Mystery at Morris Ferry.
I'm with my buddy Deb Holliday, and we are talking about the Mystery at Morris Ferry books, and you've written 3 of them.
3 so far.
It's the trilogy right now.
Right now.
And the first book, when did the first book come out? How long have you been doing that, working on this?
This particular series, the first one released about 3 years ago, and that's the Mystery at Morris Ferry. Then the second one released a year later, and that's Ghost at Morris Ferry. It picks up a year later. And the third one released in October, and it's Mystery of Morris Ferry Gold.
And this follows Farrah Morgan?
It does.
And she's I don't know if you can see the front of that, but there she is right there. And that's the book that's just released. And it sort of closes this chapter.
It does. It wraps up the mystery of Morris Ferry. Farrah finds out whether or not there's actually Civil War gold hidden there. And all 3 of the books stand alone, but yet there's a common thread that connects all 3 of these.
Right. Right.
So this is the finale of Morris Ferry.
How long have you been writing?
I've written ever since I could read. I was probably about 8 years old when I first started writing short stories.
Do you still have all of that stuff?
You know,
I wish I
did. It's a funny story there. My husband and I married, and we were expecting our first child, and very limited in funds. All of my work for my whole life was in a chest of drawers that I had brought to our house from my home. My son needed places for his clothes, and I burned all my work because I thought that's just a pipe dream. I'm never going to be published. And I burned it all, my whole lifelong work. But I continue to write. My kids say some of their best memories are getting up during the night to get a drink of water or something, and me sitting at the desk writing or on the couch. They always knew that I would accomplish it.
There was a story coming.
There was a story coming. They said they always knew it.
Well, where can people get these books?
Well, they're available at Amazon.com. They're available on Kindle. The price on Kindle is $2.99, so that's very affordable.
Very affordable.
The price on the order through Amazon is $9.99. And that's for the actual book.
Right.
And that's very affordable.
Yes, it is. So, do you have a next thought in mind?
I'm currently writing the 4th one.
Oh, okay.
This time, Farrah goes to a different location. And for those that are familiar with Estill Springs area, the old Eastbrook Inn was an inspiration. And Farrah went there and found a new mystery. And so I'm currently writing that one.
When Farrah first starts in this, how old is Farrah?
She's about 12 or 13.
And how old is Farrah now?
She's not going to age past about 13 or 14. She's going to stay there. These are reminiscent of the Nancy Drew, Trixie Belden, Hardy Boy mysteries. And
well, that's great.
So she's going to stay about the same age. She just goes to different locations to find a mystery.
So Deb Holliday, the Farrah Morgan stories, and you can, like she said, you can get them on Kindle, you can get them on Amazon, and she'd probably bring one to your house if you asked her to.
I bet I would.
How can folks get in touch with you?
They can find me through Facebook. My Facebook page is DL Holiday, and that's with 2 L's. And my email also is laynedlh@aol.com.
Okay.
They can reach me either way.
I just love to have people who write and have creative capabilities on the show with us, and thank you so much. And you're going to have to come back and tell us what Farrah's getting into next,
I'll
okay?
do that.
All right.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Mont Eagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. Tom Corrington spoke recently with Tullahoma School Superintendent Dan Lawson about Tennessee's new Education Commissioner.
Let me start by saying that there was a lot of heartburn, if you will, between the school superintendents or directors and the Education Commissioner at the state level. A lot of heartburn there for 2 or 3 years, and so he finally went away, and Dr. Candace McQueen, who was the dean of the education school at Belmont?
At Lipscomb.
Lipscomb,
yes,
okay. So she is in the business,
right.
And she went into the commissioner's office. So how are things going between the superintendent directors and the new commissioner?
Former Commissioner Huffman was truly one of the smartest gentlemen I'd ever worked with. He was keenly aware of a trajectory that he wanted for 1 million students in the state, but his ability to sell was somewhat deficit. His relationships that were developed with the 140 superintendents was a little bit of a challenge. And I think that ultimately the commissioner's job is a tough task. So he spent 4 years in that role. I think he had some measurables that were really good for him and some measurables that weren't so great. And one of those was in relation to relationships. Dr. McQueen saw that void. The governor saw that void. And I think he wisely selected someone who had a skill set that connected back with people first and foremost rather than data. Commissioner McQueen was reared part-time in the state of Tennessee. Commissioner McQueen has an undergraduate degree from the state of Tennessee, started her public school teaching experience in Clarksville, Tennessee, where she had attended school. She has gone on and done some great things in public education at the higher education level. Being an executive vice president at Lipscomb University gave her a tie to public and private schools in the state, gave her a tie to coordinating in-service programs with teachers, coordinating teacher development programs and teacher prep programs. And I think she had a pretty keen awareness of the needs and challenges we face as a state. But first and foremost, Commissioner McQueen is one who relates very, very well with people, one who listens very well, one who reacts very well, and one who I think in general has been embraced by the education community. I think the dialogue and the marching orders she carries are not different than the marching orders that Commissioner Huffman had. Her sales pitch is much smoother, a little more skilled, and if we would like to bring some closure to how do we get along, we have a convocation every year where we have 500 or so employees dialogue and talk about goals and expectations and where we hope to be with the coming year. I invited Commissioner McQueen to lead that dialogue this year as our convocation opener. She graciously consented to do that, assisted as we gave away, as Stan McNabb Auto Group gave away a car to our Teacher of the Year. She's just a warm, embracing person who I think is providing great leadership for our Department of Education.
Good.
Don't forget to tune into this week's Living show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's special edition will highlight several great guests that we've had during the 2015 year.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Come to Jim Oliver's Smokehouse in beautiful Mont Eagle, Tennessee, your mountain getaway destination. Stay in one of our 21 log and timber frame cabins. Enjoy the romantic fireplace and jacuzzi tub. Get more information and book a reservation at thesmokehouse.com.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1954 at 68 degrees. The record low was in 1961 at 7 degrees. Average high on this day is 51 and the average low is 32. Tonight, look for cloudy weather with a low of around 45. Rain in your forecast for Wednesday with a high of 57 and a low of 37, and partly sunny weather expected on Thursday with a high of 50 and a low of 34. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.